Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Broku, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball video. Welcome back to another What If. What if Gero never created the androids? And, of course, this is a new one, and I do need to remind you guys that this is What If week. So every day of this week, Monday through Friday, I will be uploading a What If at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. A What If week is a very fun experience, but it is also a lot of work for me. So one way to guarantee that I do another What If week in the future is through your guys' amazing support. So let's shoot for 1,500 likes on every single What If video this week. So far, we're doing great. So thank you guys so much for all the support. It really is amazing. And with all that being said, let's get into this video. What if Gero did not create the androids? So there's kind of two ways where this could have happened. Either Gero gives up. He never thinks about creating the androids. He fails in his quest of doing it. Or maybe he does create these androids and they rebel against Gero and never want to kill Goku, so we never see them. There's a bunch of different ways, but it's probably best to say that when Goku defeated the Red Ribbon Army, that Gero just dies within that as well, and therefore no androids. And also this would mean no Cell. I wouldn't want to do this and then have Cell still be in it. So no Cell. And even if they did bring it, even if he did survive and come to this, there'd be no androids for him to absorb. So he'd need to either wait for a time machine or he'd try and attack our Z fighters, and they would eventually be able to overcome him. So, anyways, guys, we need to kind of discuss what would happen over the 7 years of between where the androids are supposed to come and when Babidi comes with Deborah and his henchmen to try and resurrect Boo. Well, first off, if the androids are never created, Goku would be dead. Because if there's no androids, everybody survives, and that means even though Goku would die of the heart virus, I don't think that they would go back to go save him. I mean, if it's a peaceful world, there's no villains, why go back in time and revive Goku? Not needed. So in this timeline, which is the original timeline. Now I know a lot of people, when I do these what ifs where I go mess with the timelines, they want me to do the main timeline. So the main timeline is basically the timeline that we watch in Dragon Ball Z, where Future Trunks came to that timeline. The OG timeline, the original timeline, was where Goku dies of the heart virus, the androids basically take over the Earth, and that's where Future Trunks is from. But the thing is I don't like starting from the main timeline. I like starting from the original timeline. If it changes in the original timeline, then it's going to change the main timeline. So we're starting in the original timeline, and so over the 7 years there'd be no Goku, but pretty much everybody else would be alive. And also Future Trunks would still come to fruition as well. How would this go? So by the time the Buu Saga would come about, well, first off, Trunks wouldn't have a buddy. He wouldn't have Goten. Goten would never be born because Goku would never get to conceive him with Chi-Chi. But still, I think this could be the start of a similar relationship between Future Gohan and Future Trunks from the original timeline, where I actually really thought that was an interesting relationship and thought it was pretty cool. And so that brings me to Gohan. What's he going to be doing during the 7-year gap? Is he going to be training? Is he going to be studying? And honestly, he's probably going to be doing nothing but studying. I mean, if it's a peaceful 7 years, then he's not going to be doing anything. Now, if you think about that, Gohan, by the time the Buu Saga starts in this timeline, is going to be extremely weak. So, not only did Gohan not prepare for the androids for 3 years training with Goku and Piccolo, because they didn't get a warning from Future Trunks, but he wouldn't train for a year in the time chamber. He'd be super weak. He'd be far weaker than he was in Dragon Ball Z, and who knows, maybe he potentially wouldn't even have Super Saiyan. Honestly, I don't see a reason for him to even have Super Saiyan, so yeah, I don't think he would. He'd be super weak. Potentially Trunks would even be stronger than him if Trunks is training with Vegeta a lot, and especially in the gravity chamber. And so in this what if, we're going to go with Trunks has Super Saiyan. I'm going to say his base is weaker than Gohan, but his Super Saiyan form makes him far stronger than Gohan. And then now Vegeta. So Vegeta would definitely train over the 7 years. I mean, he's Vegeta. He doesn't really stop training. He keeps going and going. And I think he would actually find Ascended Super Saiyan during the 7-year gap. But I don't think he would be able to get the Mastered or Perfected Super Saiyan. And definitely I don't think he'd get Super Saiyan 2. If he's not going to get Master Super Saiyan, he's not going to get Super Saiyan 2. And he's going to be strong, but he's not going to be as strong as he's in the Buu Saga. So I think he'll be somewhere in between Super Vegeta from his fight against Semi-Perfect Cell and Super Saiyan Vegeta from the Buu Saga. He's going to be somewhere in between that. So he's going to be strong, but nowhere near as strong as he should be. And now Goku, he's going to be weaker as well, because he didn't spend 3 years training for the androids, he didn't spend a year in the time chamber with Gohan, and also mastering Super Saiyan, but still he did spend 7 years training in the Afterlife, so he'd be extremely strong. And I think he would get Master Super Saiyan in the Afterlife, and then get Super Saiyan 2 as well. Also, we would never get Dende. I think that Kami would stay as the God of Earth because of Dende not being needed, because Piccolo's not going to fuse with Kami. There's not going to be Kami Piccolo because there's no Android 17. And also, this means that Piccolo also did not train for 3 years with Goku and Gohan, so he's not going to be a Super Saiyan level fighter. Okay, well maybe after the 7 years he would be, but he's not going to be nearly as strong as he actually is in Dragon Ball Z because of less training and only being a regular Piccolo and not being a fused with Kami Piccolo. So we have to decide if Babidi and Buu will come to Earth, and if Goku will be able to come to Earth as well. And I think that Goku should still be able to come to Earth like he did in the Dragon Ball Z Buu Saga for the tournament, the World Tournament. And Gohan in this still meets Videl. Gohan's still sort of a hero, and he even trains a little bit with Videl for the tournament. And of course, Trunks trains too. He's going to participate, of course. Vegeta is going to basically force him to participate. Of course, we all know that. What's going to happen is there's going to be Spopovich and all of Babidi's henchmen. They're going to intervene. Supreme Kai is going to be there. Kibito. It's going to be a big mess. And it's going to lead and end up with Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, and Trunks going over to Babidi to fight his henchmen. Now, I think that Gohan, if we're talking about how fights should go, he should fight Pui Pui. Now, when we try and figure out how these fights should go, it's kind of hard to change it and see who would be to do it in a what if. So I kind of just go what I would want to see, because it's so hard to guess what order the fight would be. And I would pick Gohan to fight Pui Pui, because first off, Pui Pui is around Frieza level. Actually, probably way stronger, but probably in that realm of power, because it was stated that Supreme Kai could destroy Frieza in a single blast, but was kind of afraid of Pui Pui. So we'll put him in that realm of power, and now base Gohan would not be able to defeat Pui Pui. He would need to go Super Saiyan. I think that in this what if, Pui Pui is going to be what forces Gohan to become a Super Saiyan, and what forces Gohan to get back on track of becoming a fighter again. Earth's on the line, Babidi's henchmen hurt Videl, the girl that he loves, and this isn't getting him back on track. So Gohan's going to be fighting Pui Pui. He's going to be losing, but then this is what's going to push him over the edge. He's going to go Super Saiyan, and he'll kill Pui Pui in a single blast. And then I do think that Goku would take on Yakan again. And then I think Vegeta versus Deborah would be a very cool fight to see. I think just not only the characters fighting, but the story behind each character's, Vegeta's personality. And so Vegeta goes Ascended Super Saiyan and absolutely puts up an amazing fight and defeats Deborah. I think he would be strong enough to defeat Deborah, but I think it'd still be close. And now, I said Trunks went with him, and so they had picked Trunks to be the one to fight Buu. But they didn't think that Buu was actually going to get resurrected, so they just kind of did it as a joke. But then Buu ended up getting enough energy to be resurrected, so they kind of had to backtrack on that. And so Goku decided to fight Buu first. And Goku has Super Saiyan 2, but he needed Super Saiyan 3 to be on Buu's level, and this is a much weaker Goku. So Goku is not going to be able to do anything against Buu. And then we have Vegeta, and he's not going to be able to do anything either. He not only is his base weaker, but he doesn't have Super Saiyan 2. He's going to be weak compared to Goku even. And I think Vegeta would sacrifice himself like he did in the actual Buu Saga, and it's not going to work. So Goku, Gohan, and Trunks all escape to the lookout and go to the Room of Spirit and Time, or the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. Now, weird thing here. So it was stated that you could only spend 2 years in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, one at a time, and you could only have 2 people in there at a time. But that was essentially maybe retcon, because in Super, or in Dragon Ball Z, you could have Goten, Trunks, Piccolo, and Buu at the same time, which is 4 people, which breaks the rules. But also, Vegeta and Goku will have spent 3 years in there. Now, could it be that Dende made it better? It could be, but I don't believe it was ever stated that Dende actually is the one that did the improvements to it. But even then, I'll just retcon that. I mean, this is a fan fiction what if. My what ifs are not, theory. They're like theory mixed with fan fiction. So sometimes I do change the actual story. Sometimes what I want it to be. Although I prefer not to do that in the first like 1 or 2 parts. I want to keep the first 1 or 2 parts as, good as possible. But, oh well, I mean, this isn't a concrete thing that Dende didn't make the hyperbolic time chamber more powerful. At least going off what I have in my head right now. I could be wrong. Let me know down below, guys. But, spending a year in the time chamber for Goku, Gohan, and Trunks does wonders for them. Gohan, with this year of training, becomes the man that he should have been. He is a beast. He can go Super Saiyan. He can go Super Saiyan 2 now. Gohan mastered Super Saiyan. This is kind of mirror the Goku and Gohan time chamber with the Cell Saga and our main timeline. And also Trunks will get stronger as well. He wouldn't have Super Saiyan 2 yet, but mastered Super Saiyan and get his base a lot stronger. But with Goku coming out of this, he would need to go back to the other world, but Gohan as a Super Saiyan 2 shits on Fat Boo. So this Gohan as Super Saiyan 2 is far, far beyond the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan in the actual Boo Saga in the main timeline, and I'd put him at above Super Saiyan 3 Goku from the Boo Saga, and so he defeats Fat Boo. Boo is dead. It's the end. That means no Oob, and there was no Super Boo, no Vegito. A lot of stuff didn't happen. And now, from here on out, and this what if, it's going to be a bit of a time skip from now on. So, like, maybe a 5 or 6 year time skip. Now it's kind of like an older, like, adult Gohan with a teenage Trunks who isn't a tiny little shrimp anymore. He's gotten Super Saiyan 2 as well. He's becoming a beast of his own. And now this is Gohan and Trunks, kind of like a buddy cop thing, and they take on the universe together. Now, I'm going to add more parts of this, add more stories, and see what Gohan and Trunks would do from this point. Would they be able to defeat future villains? And I'm going to be debating on this, guys. I'm debating on, should I take this what if into the GT timeline, or should I take this what if into the Super timeline? I'm also thinking if I take it in the Super timeline, should I do GT after and make a Super GT love child, or what? I'm gonna think, guys. Let me know what you want me to do down below. Do you want me to go into Super, or do you want me to go into Super then GT, or just do GT and then have the 10-year time skip be basically nothing happening? But anyways, guys, please do let me know what you think about this what if. Please like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget, what if week. 1,500 likes on this video will be very much appreciated, and if I do that on every single video this week, that'll guarantee a what if week to return in the future. Also, guys, don't forget to be live streaming on Fortnite at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, 1 hour after this upload. Go subscribe to Broku Gaming, my gaming channel, in the description. But anyways, hope you guys have an amazing day. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you are enjoying what if week. And also, hope you have an amazing day. And now, thanks to all of my Patreon supporters. So my Super Saiyans is Hodag Hunter, and my Super Saiyan 2s, Darius, Israel Flores, Locke, Anime Paradox, and Mystic Ghoul. And also, thanks to my Super Saiyan 3s, Scotland Serenity, Diraj Payton, Sin Overlord, and Griffin Jacob. Thank you guys so much for all the support. It really does mean a lot, and I hope you guys all have an amazing day. Peace out.